Hello, I'm Scott Stulen, CEO and President of Philbrook Museum of Art, and I'm coming to you not from Philbrook, but from my backyard. I'm coming to you because I wanted to talk a little bit about the phased reopening plan that we announced earlier this week and be able to answer a few of your questions regarding Philbrook and how we're going to be coming out of this pandemic. So first of all, I want to extend our true thanks and sympathy for all of you, those of you that have been directly impacted by the pandemic. Our thanks to all the caregivers, the hospital workers, those of you that are on the front lines, that are stocking our shelves, bringing things to our doors, that are making it possible for all of us to manage this crisis. So truly thank you from everybody at Philbrook and from myself. I hope that you're making do out there and you've been taking advantage of some of the cultural offerings, not only Philbrook, but others in Tulsa have been able to put online. But I know you're anxious to get back to the museum, as we are too. Philbrook's a cornerstone of the community, and as a museum, we are tasked with something unique, and that's to preserve and protect the objects and stories produced through human history. We're also tasked with protecting our guests and our staff coming to the museum. So with that, we are implementing a clean start, is what we're calling it, a phased approach to reopening Philbrook. And we're going to be ready to welcome the public, hopefully, back to the museum starting on June 3rd. And we're going to be starting just with the gardens. It'll be an incremental approach for the gardens first, where we'll be letting groups of people to enjoy those spaces, those outdoor spaces, and then looking into July, being able to start to open some of the interior spaces. Know that we're putting in place all sorts of new safety protocols and systems. We will be doing that for both staff and for our guests coming in, and we'll be releasing those guidelines in the coming weeks. You'll know what to expect when you come to the museum, and I want to make sure everybody that's coming is feeling safe about their visit and know that how we're doing this in sync with the CDC, with the city guidelines, and also with what's happening at other attractions here in Tulsa. We're trying to do that all together. So in the meantime, we won't be having any large public gatherings or programming throughout June, but we will be having that space to use. The restaurant, Kitchen 27, will be closed during this period, but we will be starting curbside pickup for our shop starting on May 6th. And I do encourage you in the meantime to visit the other shops that are still doing curbside in our community here and start to support them as you can. And also to support, as far as Kitchen 27 is concerned, James Schrader's other two restaurants, so that is Prairie Fire Pie and Palace Cafe. They've been doing curbside there. We actually got some just the other night. So I encourage you to support the restaurant there, and then soon we'll be able to have Kitchen 27 open again at Philbrook. I also know you probably have a few questions that I want to kind of preemptively answer. So one of those is, will I need to wear a mask when I come to visit Philbrook? And the answer to that is we'd like to encourage people to wear masks. Particularly, we want people to do things that make them feel comfortable and also protect our guests and our staff coming in. We'll be releasing more specific guidelines closer to our June 3rd date, so we'll be looking for that going forward. How about Films on the Lawn? It's one of my favorite programs. I know a lot of you it probably is as well. Due to the current restrictions, we can't have large gatherings at the museum, so Films on the Lawn we'll be taking as a month-by-month basis, but as of now, will not be happening this summer. But we are looking at some creative options. We might be able to do some more socially distant films, or maybe towards the end of the summer be able to bring something back. Art camp, I know a lot of you are looking for things for your kids to do this summer. I'm in that camp as well. Unfortunately, Philbrook Art Camp will be canceled for June and July, and then we'll be assessing going forward. But we are working on a virtual camp, so look for some things for that coming up here soon as well. When can I get into the galleries? Tulsa Treasures really didn't even open before we had to shut down. I know a lot of you want to come in and see that exhibition. So we're hoping to have the galleries be able to open in early July if we stay on this current trajectory. And again, go to our website at philbrook.org or onto our social media platforms and be able to check out kind of where we are and what the timeline is for all of those things. So in closing, this is hard. I know it's been a tough time for everybody in the community. But we're persevering, and there's a lot of good that's coming out of this as well, as far as bringing people together and supporting a lot of our local businesses and organizations. So I want to say that if you have the means, please support those in our community that are hurting right now, whether that's direct support to relief efforts or it's supporting your favorite restaurant. But also keep in mind the cultural organizations, including Philbrook. We do need your help. right now, and we're going to need your help coming out of this. Your membership is incredibly important. We are sustained by our donors and our members to the museum. So if you have the means to do that, if you can renew your membership to Philbrook, know that it is incredibly important right now, and we thank you. And we are going to be here not only now, but we're going to be here when we come out of this and be the museum that you've grown to love. And I really, truly thank you. So we hope to see you soon, not too soon, at Philbrook, and please take care.